Well, the Salmon Adams.
Yeah,
Actually, what it is a hair-wing Adams is my own adaptation of the famous trout fly. And
over here for everybody.
the original dressing for the Adams trout fly was grizzly and brown mixed for the tails, hackle fibers, and so I substituted deer hair, as you can see there. And the body had gray muskrat fur dubbed on, or you can use that, or use gray Angora, which I've used. And the hackle was grizzly and brown mixed, but I've just dyed up my grizzly a light brown also.
How dyes it too?
I know, and the wing was grizzly hackle tips, and I've substituted gray fox guard hairs.
All right, well, I'll get rid of the old pliers. I won't need them anymore.
Okay.
Somebody forgot their hackle pliers, so that's why. But anyways, that's the fly for today, and here's the list of materials you're going to need to tie it. The Salmon Adams uses a number 6 up-eye salmon dry hook. The thread is black 6/0 monocord. The tail, natural brown deer hair. The body, gray Angora wool. The wing, gray fox guard hairs, tied upright and divided. The hackle is grizzly and grizzly dye brown saddle, and the head is orange or black, whatever your preference is. And I won't make any salmon-chanted evening jokes. Anyway, off we go. What are we doing?
Okay, we got our hook
What
in
are
the
you
boats.
doing? What are you doing? What are you at?
What am I at? Well, I'll tell you what I'm at. I'm starting to itch already, and I got my deer hair down here. Huh?
Of course, if anybody's new to the show, Rob is allergic to deer hair. I guess that's just a problem you have to work with, or try and substitute and not use deer hair, but it is a good material to use, so you have to use it sometimes.
You can't get away with it.
You pay the price of tying the good fly.
Yeah. Okay, now what we've done is just attached our thread on the return loop just on the end.
Like so.
We're going to flatten our thread. Now we're using 3/0 monocord.
Flat out.
Black. Flatten it out. Oh, now we did something wrong already, huh?
Oh, what have you done? You forgot to go down.
We're going to lay down
and
some
coat
cement.
some cement on the shank of your hook.
Yep. That's important.
You dirty dog.
Now there we go. Let's go down nice, smooth, even wraps right down to the barb. And that's where we are. Right down there. Okay, now right here I'm gonna twist my thread so that I'm gonna build a big ridge right here. So I'm gonna put some twist back in the thread.
So as opposed to flattening it out as you did a second ago,
That's right. That's right.
Twist it right up.
There we go. I'll put a nice. Oh yeah, I can really feel the thread starting to lump up there. So what I'll do is I'll make a few wraps right in place. Now the reason why I'm doing this is I want my deer hair to lay flat. I don't want it to flare at this point right here. Deer hair, as you know, is hollow and it's easy. That's what you use to make deer hair bugs, right? Anyway, we don't want to. In this case, we don't want the deer hair to flare, so we're going to make it lay flat by flattening the thread and tying right over that hump. Now I'm taking the twist out of the thread.
Okay.
And I'm stroking it to lay flat.
So how can you tell when you get all the twists out?
Oh, you can feel it. You can feel it. Okay, now we're going to go up about 3/4 of the way up. Actually, about halfway up the hook.
Well, make up your mind now.
About halfway, because I'm looking at my deer hair, and the good tips of the deer hair has to extend the length of the shank outside the bend. And I don't know how long this is. It doesn't appear to be very long for a number 6 hook. So we're going to make sure we get enough butt ends to tie in, right?
Okay. I comprende.
Yeah. Okay, we'll just flick out the old waist ends of it. It's warm here tonight, isn't it?
It's fine. Spring.
Yes.
Spring has sprung.
What a beautiful day today, eh?
It is. Of course, the viewers don't know what day it is, but
yeah, but I'll tell
trust us, this is beautiful today, like 10 degrees.
Our cameraman told us a good story today.
Yes, he was off skidoo in the woods. Now this is, what's this, April 4th, 5th?
4th or 5th.
April 4th or 5th when we taped the show. 5th, thank you, Lyndon. And Cyril, of course, was off for a little run in the woods, enjoying the great weather today. And he comes across now, it was probably about 9 or 10 degrees at the hottest point today, but I guess after the winter, 9 or 10 degrees feels pretty warm.
Oh, yeah.
And here were 2 girls out skidooing in bikinis. Driving on the skidoo, wearing nothing but bikinis.
But the best part was, when they came around the corner, one girl had to haul up her top.
Yeah. They're out, I guess, getting a bit of sun and getting ready for the summer.
That's a bonus when you're out cross-country skiing, let me tell you. Oh boy, I must go skiing next year. Yeah.
Lyndon asked Cyril if the girls had any footwear on, and Cyril said he didn't notice. I guess he didn't
That's early. Got his priorities straight anyway. Okay, we're just going to even up the deer here for the tail. This is a family show, so we have to keep it clean.
Keep it clean. Yeah. Hard to have to do with you.
I know. Now, we're going to go the length of the hook.
All right.
So you can see where I've got it measured.
Yep.
So to bring this down here, I'll have to tie that in right there. In nice, firm, tight turns. Now you can see I've got a few little extra ends that are kicking behind the thread. So what I'll do is I'll just clip that out there. Now, I've got it tied in with about 5 or 6 really nice tight turns, but now, I'm going to add some more glue or cement right underneath this hair.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as I wrap, I'm going to sort of slacken up on the turns, on the pressure, and I'm going to hold the thread towards me, or excuse me, the tail towards me as I wrap back, and when I'm on that tail, there's not going to be a lot of pressure. Now you can see it's laying right nice and flat. Oh,
wow.
Right straight up from the back of the hook. Now, if I had to put a lot of pressure on there, trouble. It'd flare right up on me. Now, again, I'm going to lay some cement down.
This is really cool. I don't know if you can notice what he's got done here. He's got a bottle of cement,
and
cement, top. And he's got a hole drilled in the top of it. I'll just hold this out here. So he's got a hole drilled in the top of it. And, oh, there we go. He's got a hole drilled in the top of it. And when he puts the dubbing needle into it, of course, it seals it so the glue doesn't dry up on him. And then when he pulls it out, he's always got some
glue on it.
Did you manage to think that up all by yourself?
No, you can buy that.
Oh. Looks like a homemade version.
Yeah, that was the real thing. Okay, I'm going to flatten that down again. Now, I don't want that stuff to flare up. And I'm not putting a lot of pressure on there. I'm just filling in that shank, right? All the deer here. So that's well tied in there now. I'll make sure that's right on top. There we go. Lovely. Now, when that hardens up, that won't be moved around. It's in place. Are you proud of me?
Always, constantly.
Okay, we'll just clip up these waist ends here now.
Okay.
A little more to go. Okay. Now, I'll go down.
So now you get a taper at the halfway point.
That's right. Now, when I put in my wings now, the waist ends will meet up with this right here, and you got a nice even join, right?
No flies on you.
Yeah, you know what they did, and they left.
So what's this now? This is
gray fox guard hair. It's a beautiful material. Again, we've used this on a few flies for the wet flies.
So what's it called, gray fox guard hair?
Okay.
As opposed to just gray fox.
Okay, it's gray fox fur.
Yeah.
However, the long fibers are guard hairs, the stiff fibers, and the soft underfur is called just that, underfur. So we use guard hairs.
Oh, okay.
For the wing material.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just cut out a bunch of this stuff. And again, like I said, that makes wonderful dubbing material for trout flies. Nice and soft and soaks up water really nice, you know?
Sure. Surely.
Look at that, look. Okay. I'm just going to clip off some of that right there so it's easy to put in the stacker, that's all. And we'll tap it down. Now, I don't know if I've got quite enough hair there. So I
wondered as much.
Yeah. I'm gonna do another little bunch.
Yep.
We're gonna sort of dress this fairly heavy. We got a real nice heavy tail on, so we're gonna have a nice heavy wing and a nice heavy hackle. You don't mind, do you?
No objections here, no. None whatsoever.
Okay, there we go. Huh? You can do a lot of trout flies with that, can't you?
Well,
looks like it.
I don't know if I could.
Yes, you could. Did you tie any flies after?
Tiny flies for what?
After we did that show.
Oh, I was so depressed after that episode there. Me trying to tie a fly. It's taken me a long time to even
get the courage
look at that voice again. I'm practicing my knots for now and a few things like that and trying to get some things there. But
okay.
We'll get there.
Yes.
One of the advantages of co-hosting the show with Rob is that I get all the flies that he ties, so why tie my own?
Yeah. Okay, now we're going to look at the proportions that we've got right here. 1, 2, 3. I'm gone about 1/4 of the body behind the hook eye. Normally I'd go 1/3, with cattail.
Yep.
But with this hair here, now I'll say that 100 times, but this hair here is very slim, and with cattail it's very bulky, so you get your thread sliding forward when you tie the wings upright. So we can go a quarter on this one right here, and still fit our hackle in.
If you say so.
Okay. And I must say that Wolf used this proportions when using bucktail with his white wolf too. About a quarter of the body behind the eye is what he put his wings in. Now the wing itself is supposed to be the body length of the hook, or shank. So that's where it is. Look, from the barb to the base of the eye.
Gotcha.
Is
measure it and then you lay it in place.
Just lay it on there.
For the extension.
1.
You're
2.
You're grasping the loop and then
pulling
it
down. 4 turns in place, and now I'll wrap back in nice, tight, even turns till we get to that place where we cut off our tail material, and there should be a nice even break there now when we go to put on our body.
Okay.
Okay, back to the front now, and we'll lift up our wing.
And build up.
Build it up with a nice few reps. Build a wedge in front of the wings, just to make them stand upright. Here we are, look beautiful.
Wicked.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Wow.
Now,
what a guy.
I'm going to get over here.
You're going to do that figure 8 thing again?
Figure eight knot, or not, excuse me, but figure 8 to split and divide the wings. So we've got it tied up right now, so we want it to divide it. So come from the front, let your bobbin hang. Your hair is in your left hand. Switch over to your right hand. Bring the other wing in your left, and go in from behind. Just lay it down. Now we've got 1 figure 8 on there now. So we'll just do a few. Now I'm going to just check that to see if the hairs are even or the wings are even. No, I don't like that. There's too much hair in this wing.
You're a little heavy on the left there, Rob.
Yep.
Not to criticize you or anything, but
no, just
I mean, get your act together here.
Yeah, right.
Holy cow! Put it upstairs.
No, it's so easy to just start it over. You know, you can't undo a fly.
Once you finish.
Once you've got it finished.
I have tried.
Yeah, you can't do it. And it seems about right there. What do you say? Yeah, looks good.
Well, once you better ask me if you're going to answer yourself.
Yeah. Okay. We'll put the figure 8 in there again. And actually, we'll do 5 or 6 of those. There.
There you go. Yeah, that looks pretty even.
Yeah.
Much better.
What we'll do there now is we'll wrap around each individual wing 2 or 3 times, right at the base.
Yep.
Oh, that one slid off. Okay, there's 1.
Now the outside one.
And there's 1, 2. I gotta tighten up my bobbin too, it's awful loose. 3.
What a guy.
There we go. How's that? Do that one over again, Ben. Actually, we got to do both of them. Now we pull them off. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3.
There you go. Now whip her off there.
There. Now that's good. Now come right in behind the wing. Now we got to leave an equal distance behind the wing and an equal distance in front. Actually, we got to leave a little bit more in front with the body because we got a hackle to put in, and we also have a head, right? So here we go. I'll just measure that off now. I'll just show. I'll come back just a wee bit more because you got to have a fair amount of wraps of hackle on these flies.
Sure.
To get them to float.
Okay, well look, before you get too far into this,
okay,
why don't we take a dramatic pause and go check out our G. Loomis fly, Rob. Rob, this is the tip of the week. Now, we're very excited. Rob, Mr. Solo here, has ventured off on his own and has produced a fly tying video that he will be selling, featuring 4 salmon flies that are good for Atlantic salmon rivers.
Sure.
And what he did in the beginning, it's a beginner's video, and he went through all the materials and the different types of hooks, and it's a really good video for those learning how to fly fish. And the one thing that was available in this video that we're not able to do in this show because of some limitations with camera positions and things like that, basically because I'm here, is that we were able to position a camera right over Rob's shoulder. So you watch the fly being tied from Rob's perspective, from the tier's perspective. So you're seeing everything from this angle. And one of the things that Rob did in the video was demonstrate the whip finish, and we'll show you a quick clip from Rob's video that's available for the home consumer. And this is Rob explaining the whip finish.
Now the whip finish is supposedly the most difficult knot used in fishing. And a lot of people use a whip finishing tool, and I find it a little bit awkward, so I usually use my hands. Okay, what you do is you give yourself a little bit more length in the thread. Come in from behind with your 2 fingers of your right hand. Make a twist and put the join right at the shank point. Thread on top, thread on bottom. The pressure right now is on your forefinger. Switch it by rotating your wrist to your middle finger and come over, and now you have one hitch on. If I drew that up, that would say it's secured. But it's best to put a series of these whips on so it doesn't build up bulk. 5 or 6 are used most often. You put a pair of scissors or dubbing needle in and just draw up tightly.
Two thumbs up. He's gone out on his own.
Evert and Siskel.
Yeah. So it is anybody out there who's interested. If you're interested in purchasing a copy of Rob's video, you can write to us here at the show through the Hooks and Hackles address, and we'll just separate that mail and put it right onto Rob, and Rob will take care of answering that. And next week we'll have more details about the video and prices and where you can write to and things like that. Well, let's go. We're starting to run out of time, so you finish up this fly here.
Okay, now the body is gray Angora wool.
All right.
Again, you can use gray muskrat dubbing, but I like the gray Angora because it's so simple, so quick to put on, and it accepts the floating that you put on while you're fishing really well, and that's why we use it.
Sits there right nice.
Okay, now we'll really well lacquer this well, you know. There we go. That's good. Now we'll wrap this without twist, so you got to find which way this is spun.
Any which way but loose.
Any which way but loose, and you got to wrap it in nice firm pressure, not too firm or you'll tear it out. And we've got to build a taper as we do with most of our bodies, slim at rear, heavier at the shoulder. So we went up 1 full layer, we're gone back 2/3, and we're going to go ahead again. And you can see that taper's being built up, right? Oh, okay, I'm going to make one more wrap before I tie it off there, or I'll just slide the material down over, which we don't want to do. 1, 2. That bobbin slipped on me today. Okay, we won't tie it off really tight. We're going to just lay it
bobbin
right there. No?
Alrighty.
So we're going to have a lot of overlap there, a lot of waste in, and what we're going to do, that's going to fill in the bottom portion there. Now, we've already prepared our hackles, and I've got 2 dyed brown grizzly and 1 light grizzly.
Okay. She's going to...
So we'll have 1 dark, or excuse me, the light in between the 2 dark ones.
And of course you got them all bends going the same way.
Yeah, so is the dull side forward or the concave side forward. Now we'll lay that right up between the wings and tie it in behind. And they'll bind on the fibers in front. So I mean those hackle stems can't be pulled out.
No.
There we go. Now, this is important now.
Pay attention.
Yeah, we've got to lay some cement right down between the wings. Nothing worse than having a fly that you fish for a little while and the wings are all matted together. They got to be kept distinct. So, right where you wrap, and also between the wings is where you have to have that cement.
Okay. And then last but not least,
we'll start tying them in. Now you can push them a little bit forward, the wings, just to give it so you can wrap in behind. 3 reps in behind, 3 reps in front. There we go, that's the first hackle. Second hackle,
We do them in order.
do them in order. 3 reps in behind, or 4. 4 on the light ones, 3 on the dark ones. Tied off with 2 turns. And
The last one.
3 in behind. And 3 in front. And tie that off. Tie them all down with good pressure. Don't wrap back on your hackles or it'll throw them at a line.
Clip it off.
Clip off the excess tips. And all the waste ends underneath. Finish your head off.
You said black or orange, so you
Black or orange, yeah.
just change it.
Yeah. 5 whip finishes, and there's our fly. Salmon Adams.